Hi, Brad here with Pulse Sound. Today we're going to spend some time on the master control unit for the Nuage system, and we're going to talk about the user-definable keys today. It's a great feature and will save a lot of time in many aspects of your projects, and so we'll go ahead and get into that right now. Okay, you notice on the master unit itself, it's divided up into different sections, and there's a blue button associated with each section. And as you click on the blue button, it pulls up a menu for each section up on the touch panel itself. And you notice on the menu, there's different tabs. And so if I click on the blue button for the transport menu, for example, I can tab through each of those tabs, or I can click up on the touch panel itself to jump around. So we'll go ahead and click on the user assignable button, and that pulls up the menu for the user assignable keys. The menu is split into two. At the top sections you have the touch panel user assignable keys. So there's a total of 24 user assignable keys that you can click on. If I wanted to save this project right now, for example, I can click on that button and it would save my project for me. And then the bottom half shows what is assigned to my physical unit, or physical buttons on the master unit. So right now my assignable key number 1 is assigned to locate my previous marker. And so you can see the versatility here is wonderful. Very quick and easy to access so many things. Now I can scroll through the different banks, and there's a total of 4 banks, which would equal a total of 96 user assignable keys on the touch panel, in addition to the 12 physical buttons on the unit itself. So there's lots of versatility there. Now you notice there's a user tab at the top of each section or each bank of 12 on the touch screen. If I click on that tab, now it assigns whatever was on the touch panel down to my physical buttons. So for example, if I wanted to save this project without having to reach up to the touch panel, I can now click my user assignable key number 2 and it will save my project for me. And I have a tab for each bank of 24, or each bank of 12, excuse me. Now, if you look at the edit button, for example, I'll click on that window, and you can see I have another bank of 24 user assignable keys in addition to the ones we were just talking about. And these you can dedicate more for editing features, for example. And I love how it's laid out on the master unit itself. It's right to the right here. And it's easy to jump around between these things very quickly without getting turned around of where you are. And again, you have 4 banks of 24, so a total of 96 user assignable keys for editing functions. Now in addition to that, if you click on the COM section, you can see I now have a total of 12 user assignable keys there for various communication purposes, for example. If I click on automation, we can also assign some user definable or assignable keys for that section as well. And under transport, if you go to the ADR section, we have a total of 8 more user assignable keys for those functions as well. Very versatile. And I found this to be so helpful. I've found I'm not even looking through menus on the Nuendo platform trying to find things, because I can bring them right to me very quickly this way. Now I wanted to go over how to assign. And so if you wanted to assign these user assignable keys, I've got some blank keys open on bank 4. So let's say I wanted to assign something to user assignable key number 13 here. I click on the Nuendo button. That opens up a Nuage Master Setup window on the screen. And then you'll notice on each section there's a panel section, there's a touch panel, an ADR, and then here's your banks of 4. This is for my user assignable. If I wanted to assign something for my edit user assignable keys, I would go here. Let's go to communication, and let's just say I wanted to assign this physical key number 1 to do something. I would make sure I'm not on touch panel, but I'm on panel. That's my physical buttons here. I'd click on this, and let's say I just want to set up a delete button. So that's under edit, the edit menu. and then the command I would assign to delete. And so now, if I needed to delete something, for example, on my project, I would click on my COM button, and I don't even need to click on my COM button. I've assigned it to this physical key right here that I can just click on and it will delete it. But if I did want to access some more user assignable keys on the touch panel, that's when you would hit this button. Again, very easy to assign things and bring them to you. That gives you a total of 96 on the touch panel for the user assignable keys, another 12 on the physical unit, and then under the edit button you have another 96 and then an additional 6 on the unit, and then under the communication tab you have a total of 12 on the touch panel and another 2 on the unit, and then 8 on the touch panel for the ADR section. And then we also have the automation section, which we'll cover in another tutorial. Now I just wanted to show you one other feature. If you go to the user assignable key, how do you save this? If you wanted to save this per user, you can go ahead and click the Nuage button, and at the top left you have 2 folder tabs. If you click on the one on the right, it'll allow you to save, and you can type in your name, and this can become your user-defined keys for Nuage, and hit save. And I'm just going to replace that. And now if someone else came in the studio and wanted to use their own settings, they could do that by recalling their own settings by hitting open and selecting their settings, and there you go. Very quick and easy again. Again, Nuage is a wonderful tool, and it's a pleasure to work on. We'll be back with some more tutorials. If you have any suggestions or questions, please feel free to email me at brad@pulsesound.com. Would love to help you out with any questions you have, and we'll talk to you later.